Okay, folks, thank you for all your hard work. Mr. Pelletier here, describing some of the assignments that are due in Module 4. So these are the assessments page. Let's take a look. We'll go back to my breadcrumbs up on top. I'm going to scroll back here, and we're going to look at the overview for Module 4. Module 4 is a self-discovery. It's about a self-portrait you're going to create based upon all the assessments from the book and from the online assessments that you're going to take. And yes, you need to take all of them, and all of these parts and pieces will be added as a part of your final for PowerPoint slides. When you take them, go right to your PowerPoint slide that I've asked you to begin already and add those results to your PowerPoint slides. And you're beginning to build your career project. So for Module 4, identify the personal learning styles and personality preferences for Module Study Assignment 1, Assignment 2, and Assignment 3. You're going to get self-knowledge, assessments results in the self-portrait. You're going to find out about yourself and the steps of problem solving. How will you make a decision based upon your personality and strengths? That's how it's done. So let's take a look at the study activities. And in the study activities, we have the study activities on top. You want to read chapter 4 and 5. Read it well, take notes, all of those note-taking skills and assessments you're learning about, use them here when you're reading. Then M4S2, complete the multiple intelligences assessment in the textbook on page 82 and 85, 82 through 85. There's parts and pieces in the textbook. You need access to it. You need to be reading, and if you need to, take a photo of that page. Print out that photo from your phone. Figure that out if you need to. But write in the book. You can write in your book if you can, in your textbook, and then do the assessment, the tabulations of what are those meanings? What do the results of that give you? On page 82 through 85, follow the directions. Not difficult, but very revealing. Again, complete the personality spectrum assessment in the textbook on pages 85 to 89 and record your results. Record meaning write them down. Go right to the PowerPoint slide that you're working on in your final capstone career project, put it in there, and you have a record of it right away. Now take those pieces and parts, and you're going to put it into your self-portrait assignment that you'll be completing for Module 4. You also take the BE, or Building Excellence Learning Assessment, and also that one takes a little bit of time, and we'll talk about that in a moment here. So, and then you've got a video at the end in study module also. So we've got multiple intelligence, nothing to click on here. All you have to do is read pages 82 through 85. Remember, it's up here. And for Howard Gardner, intelligence is the ability to create an effective product or a service that is valued in a culture. When it says it like that, there's a good chance where you're going to see that, probably on a quiz. So read about Howard Gardner, make the notes, and remember that it's a service that is valued in a culture. The ability to create an effective product. That's an intelligence that Howard Gardner will recognize. A set of skills that make it possible for a person to solve problems in life. Back to the assessment in this assignment, you're going to solve a problem for yourself based upon the skills and skill set that you have and discover in these assessments. You're going to solve a problem. You're going to put it into a text and a form and a document and figure it out using your strengths. The potential of finding or creating solutions for problems involves gathering new knowledge. What do you know to help you solve that problem now that will help you Solve a problem that's maybe been around for a while, whether it's studying, procrastination, maybe it's a specific item in a specific course that you're having or a problem. Maybe it's a family relationship. Maybe it's just something else that you can now use your new knowledge about yourself to help you solve that. The personality spectrum assessment. Again, this is a Myers-Briggs test. It's based on the 20th century psychologist Carl Jung. It's in the textbook. There again, we click on it, nothing happens. Up in the directions above at M4S3, it says complete the personality spectrum in pages 85 through 89. So there's nothing to click on here. You have to read, go into the text, and fill out the file of the charts that are on the textbook in those places. Now, this is where we're clicking, folks. We're clicking on the Building Excellence Learning Styles Assessment. Click on it and do these things down here. First, you want to review this survey instructions. You want to sign in to My IRSC. Navigate, enter your student ID, click on the information, do all of these things. Click here first. Get yourself registered. Scroll to the BE survey and click. Complete the form and hit submit at the end of the day there. Enter the 5-digit code. You've got to follow these directions exactly to get through the BE survey. It'll ask you all kinds of things about how do you like to learn? What is your learning style? You'll learn a lot about yourself and be able to include that in the final project, in addition to what are your strengths and weaknesses? How do you learn? Do you learn with light? Do you learn in a darker room? Do you like little music in the background? Do you like to sit in a hard chair straight up? Do you like to sit in a soft, easy chair with a little radio in the background? These questions are the type of things you'll find out about yourself in the BE survey. Module 4, study activity 5 is learning and how to do it better. Like the other videos of Carol Dweck and Dr. Chu, all of these items will be testable and may appear in quizzes on the last quiz for chapter 4 and 5. So we've got right now all of these study activities that are located in the book. You need to resource, find them, and then after you do those parts and pieces, then you need to put together an activity called the Study Portrait of Yourself. It's a portrait using all of those assessments. Complete and submit the self-portrait assignment. So down here, we got the results and explanations of successful intelligence from page 24 and 25. Results and explanations from the emotional intelligence assessment. Results of the values from page 30, which you may have already taken in a previous module, right? Module 1, maybe? Personal values assessment. What was that? Click on that and find out, and then let us know in your results when you create your personal portrait. Follow the results of all the explanations, preferred teaching styles. Look at the document. What do you like to do on the pages from the textbook? You can use drawing, shapes, software, anything you can make. I'd rather not have you create one to do an electronic document. I'd rather have you need to create an electronic document and submit it to me. I don't want you to hand draw this stuff out. You need to know how to do it electronically. You can use Word. You can use Microsoft Word using shapes and arts and lines going here, going there to create a map of yourself. It's what you are. When you're done with this project, print it out, put it on the wall and say, that's who I am. And look at that. And what are your strengths and all of those things. You can use Coggle, a great electronic tool that creates automatically the lines And at the end of each line and little tips along the way, multiple tips, what were your 3 successful intelligences of, maybe there were 3 of those. What were they? So for each element or assessment, you would add a line using Kaggle. When you do that, if you use Kaggle, give me a picture, a screenshot, or a link. Share the link. Do not give me your edited version or the version that I have to have your edit credentials with. That won't work because I don't. So if you're going to share it correctly. Make sure anyone can click on it without having to enter certain information about your account. So a screenshot when you're done is probably the best way to do that. Piktochart. It's a great infographic tool. It's great for marketing, for a lot of other courses as well. Not a bad thing to do. It's very organized. You take templates and put information into templates that are already in place for you. Great tool to use if you choose to. You can also use, I said, Microsoft Word. You should have Microsoft Office downloaded by now and everyone using those formats. Most important here also, you may also choose to do the attached file. Click on that attached file and you've got a Word document here. The Word document is easily filled out with your name. Add a picture and an image for yourself. It'd be great. And what were your results for each one of these intelligences and values? You're going to find them. You're going to put them in there. And you're going to put an explanation of sentences next to each one of those descriptions. In each one of the tools chosen, for all of these, if you use Kaggle, I expect an explanation. You're successful intelligence. You are analytical. What does that mean to you? You're creative. What does that mean to you? What are the explanations? A couple of words next to each one of the characteristics that are identified in each one of the assessments. This is a detailed picture of you. What are you? Who are you? And why does the career you choose match best to the assessments that you're going to provide? Let's take a look at the rubric on that. The rubric on that assignment, it's the self-portrait assignment, intelligence assessment, 2 points possible, all of the parts and pieces, student lists along with words and phrases associated with each one of those results. If you have done this project already and you haven't included these components, I want to see it resubmitted because I know you didn't watch the video then, or if you did, you didn't pay any attention to it. I want to see lists and words next to the results of why does that make a difference to you. So we're looking at the rubric and notice all the parts and pieces of that. And organization, which is 4 points, is actually the highest out of any one of those, if you noticed. Very important. And okay, personality spectrum is 4 as well. So get each one of those assessments in place. You can use the chart provided. You can use the other various tools, but give me a picture of you. Looking forward to seeing that. Now the problem-solving assignment. I click on the template, and it's going to tell me exactly what I need to fill in. I have a problem with X. Maybe it's a problem in a family situation. Maybe it's a problem about studying, an academic problem. Maybe it's a problem that you can't seem to get to cheerleading practice or baseball practice because of studies, commitments. It's a problem. Examine the context and the details. What it means there, you're telling me the surrounding configurations of what's going on. Tell me some details. And when you analyze it, you come up with 3 separate solutions. Here's one solution. Here's the good part of that solution. And here's the bad part of that solution. There's positives and negative effects of all of those. So you want to see 3 possible solutions and a positive and negative effect of each one. And then you choose Which one is best? Which one works for you? And you write it up. Explain your choice. And then you're going to get a SMART goal. The SMART goal will be specific. What is the goal that needs to be achieved? I will do this. In this amount of time, I will raise my grade to a specific number. I will raise my grade to an achievable, realistic time frame, within a time frame. If it's not a grade, it's got to be a goal that has the SMART components to it. Specific. Is it measurable? Can you say, I plan to do it a lot? Well, what does a lot mean? Is it number of hours? It is raise it to a certain number. Maybe it's a level of achievement somehow. Whatever that goal is, can you point out the specific, the measurable component? Is it achievable? Is it realistic? And is it time framed? We went over that a lot. I tried to give some good feedback to you in your previous assignment. Let's see if that put that to work. And also the writing prompt, explain how self-knowledge is important to the problem-solving process. What does it mean to know yourself, and how does it work that problem-solving process for you? Why is self-knowledge important about solving a problem? Because when you're solving a problem, you're using everything that you know about yourself to make the best situation possible, and using all the information that you have about yourself. So that being said, you've got 2 assignments to do. One is the problem-solving assignment, and this one, which is the self-portrait. So lots of parts and moving pieces there. Let's get them all together and build your final project at the same time. Begin your PowerPoint slides, put them into place, put those screenshots, put the pictures from the book, whatever you've got, and start to build that final project about your career. Your career is in the next module, and that's coming too. So make sure you take a look at that as well, because that's moving right along, right? August 5th is the final project for that, and that's 3 weeks away, folks. It's 7/16 today. So the other keyword of this is the extra credit. The keyword is problem solving. Send me a course message by Wednesday. That's 2 days. If it's beyond 2 days, no extra credit. I want you to look at this now, do the assignment. You don't have to finish it by Wednesday. That's due next Sunday, right? Get the assignment done ahead of time if you can, but receive the extra credit up until Wednesday. If not, I want to hear about it and why you didn't get it till Wednesday. Or if it's after, if you've seen this after Wednesday, you can tell me why. But you should be on this stuff, every day, taking a look at your coursework. Okay, that's all I got for now. Good luck, and looking forward to hearing from all of you. Good job on your assignments so far. I hope you're learning and applying this to what your final project will be as a career choice. Good luck, and we'll see you online.